as the Albany Firebirds put their undefeated record on the line as they face the visitors, the Beaumont Renegades. Welcome inside MVP Arena and to Transfinder Field as we get you set for Friday night AF1 football alongside Tom Gozlowski. I'm Andrew Santillo, and guys, we're in for an exciting matchup here. Beaumont comes to town for the first time here, first trip to the Capital District.
Welcome, Beaumont. It's a tough, tall order for you, an undefeated Firebird team who hasn't lost on this turf in nearly 2 years, but the Renegades want to change that on a Friday night.
It's fitting that we have a Friday night Texas team here on a Friday night as we take a look at the standings. Albany atop at 7-0. They've won 19 straight games in this AF1 league, including the postseason. Guys, Beaumont knocking on that playoff door at 2-4.
They're right there. The Wolfpack, the Monsters, the Arsenal are going to be battling for that spot to potentially go on the road for the postseason. And mathematically, how about this? Albany can clinch a postseason berth tonight. If things go in the right direction, they know they have another chance to at least defend their championship this summer.
And when we talk about players to watch in this matchup, it starts with the reigning league MVP, Albany quarterback Sam Castronova. Guys, 19 touchdowns in 3 games versus just 24 incompletions.
Now, Beaumont didn't have to see Castronova the last time these two teams faced off. It was Kolka who was under center. But Castronova, a different level, an MVP caliber player like you mentioned. And the way he's played, it's been everything. A balanced attack through the air with an accurate passing game and getting more comfortable in the pocket. A little bit more mobile Sam Castronova making plays all across the turf this season.
Also has 4 rushing touchdowns this season, does Castronova, as he can do it all for Albany. And when we look on the other side of the field, when we talk about this Beaumont team here, 2-4, we talk about their receiver, Zuri Davis, guys, who has had back-to-back 4 touchdown games, and he's going to try to be explosive tonight for Beaumont.
Coach Ware and Coach Cisse have locked on and said, keep an eye on him the entire game. Don't let him out of your sight. He can be so athletic when he gets a one-on-one matchup, and just be an athlete on the outside. That's how good he is. And all of a sudden that speed, don't sleep on either. You find him on the outside, get up and make a play. He's been a huge weapon for the Renegades this season.
44 catches, 11 touchdowns for Zuri Davis. We'll see him and the Renegades. They've brought the Texas Heat to the Capital District. It's Albany and Beaumont, Friday night AF1 football on HTN.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here, the ball never dies.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
Hey Duluth, get ready for some monstrous hits and major family fun as your Minnesota Monsters host the Michigan Arsenal for Faith and Family Night on Monday, June 22nd. Expect an extraordinary evening of high-flying arena football, family-friendly entertainment, and special giveaways. Don't wait until game day. Score your tickets right now at mnmonsters.com. Proudly sponsored by Chick-fil-A and WDIO.
MVP Arena, the site of tonight's AF1 football game between the visitors on your screen, the Beaumont Renegades and the Albany Firebirds. Guys, Renegade, the theme this weekend in the Capital District. Tomorrow night, well, we got the Renegades here on Friday night. Tomorrow, the horse racing world turns its eyes to morning line favorite Renegade, about 30 minutes north of here in Saratoga Springs for the Belmont.
The final leg of horse racing's Triple Crown. For the final time, it'll be the Capital District of New York, Saratoga, New York, to host that. So can the Renegades here inside MVP Arena, as you mentioned, about a half hour away, 30 miles, do something that the horse hopes to do tomorrow? Only here in the 5-1-8 can something like that happen. We'll wait and see. The team gets the first chance this weekend to pull off a big win.
It would be a much bigger upset if it was the Beaumont Renegades winning over Renegade, as we told you, tomorrow evening in the Belmont. Evan Bird puts his right foot into it. It's off the screen and taken there by Dontrell Morrison. He's trying to get out of the end zone. And did he do it? I don't believe so. It might be a 1-point score for the Firebirds. So guys, and people who are new to arena football, there's a variety of ways to score, and Albany gets a point on that kickoff as Morrison was tackled in the end zone, couldn't get out, so it's 1-0 Albany.
We've seen plays like that throughout AF1 from 25 to 26. This one's unique because you have the opening kickoff and they're flying the Firebirds down. The Renegades almost caught off guard by the speed of the Firebirds. They can't make a play before Albany ever touches the football. They already have a lead.
Andrew McBride, the quarterback for the Renegades, drops back on first down, pass to the near side. It's knocked away, incomplete. It's Robertson in coverage. They were looking, I believe it's for Zuri Davis, who we spotlighted in our pregame, guys.
Fantastic player. Davis one-on-one with Robertson. Robertson's name not called a lot this season, not because of the lack of plays, just kind of how dominant this defense has been. They targeted Robertson, and when you have your opening play not go the way they hoped, not a good sign for Beaumont.
Davis, the motion man, they look his way. He catches it at the 15, trying to fight forward out of the grasp of Marcus Smith. He's close to the 20. Give him the first down. It'll be first down for Beaumont. We'll give you the starters here in just a second. But guys, the old rest versus rust, right? Albany played 6 days ago. Beaumont hasn't played in 2 weeks, and we'll see how that plays out as we see that pass completion to Davis.
And Morrison, 14 after that play, a little rough. It leads to that rest versus rust. Albany seems more energized to start this off in comparison to the Renegades.
1st and 10, McBride hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete. Lorenzo Jones was in the area as they were looking for Vincent Wilkerson II, who was the intended receiver.
Well, Chris Walton flying off the edge there. Watch 15 come off the right side. It's tough if you can tell if it's a miscommunication up front. Some of these are on the quarterback, but they know a blitz is coming. It looked like everybody up front had their man. So that guy off the far side's on the quarterback. He forgot about Walton, and boy, he took a thump for it.
Up front on the offensive line, it's C.J. Morrell, Colby Thomas, and Desmond Thomas. Pass caught on that far side and driven into the boards. Pass was caught by Morrison, and he was tackled right away by Drew Singleton. And Singleton, I guess we talked about horse racing. He's the leader in the clubhouse here for Defensive Player of the Year midway through this season. Had a pick-6 last weekend in the win for Albany over Oceanside.
You want to go with that thoroughbred comparison there? He can do it all right, make plays, be dominant on defense. The rumblings are starting with so much movement on offense. Why can't you talk about Singleton as a potential MVP in the league? That's how good he's been.
Big third down here for McBride. Pass caught on the near side. It's good for a first down as it's Davis in front of Seth Robertson. Moves to the Albany side of the field, and it's first down Renegades.
Davis's size is deceptive, isn't it? Even some of the pregame highlights we showed. Big, strong, gets up, big target. Your young athletes talk about, they hear that from your coaches. Get big. Make sure your quarterback can't miss you. moving the chains here for Beaumont.
So we told you the offensive line of Morrell, Thomas, and Thomas. Trevor Stewart out there as really the fourth lineman there, 62, set up to the left of McBride. McBride pass in and out of the hands of Wilkerson, as that would have been good for a 1st and goal for the Renegades. And good pass from McBride, who comes into this game, guys, 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He put that one on the hands of Wilkerson, and one that I'm sure Vincent Wilkerson would like to have back.
McBride right off the snap, timed it well. Good ball, you just got to squeeze that one. You wonder, by the way, if Beaumont's trying to copy what Oceanside did last week. Oceanside took a lead till less than 2 minutes to go in that second quarter. So far, a lot of the similar plays from the Renegades match what we saw from Oceanside last week. And why not? When a team's competing and leading Albany, why not copy a lot of their strategy? That was going to continue to march them down the field.
McBride complete to Jalen Schleicher, who only his 4th catch of the year, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the Renegades. So Beaumont gets the kickoff. They're marching down the field. Albany leading 1-0 on the opening kickoff, but Beaumont looking for the game's first touchdown. McBride puts his man in motion, drops back, pass, caught over the middle by Schleicher, and it's a touchdown for the Renegades. McBride's 20th passing touchdown of the year, and he connects with Jalen Schleicher, who we told you only had 3 catches on the year, 2 catches on that drive, and he's fired up.
Right in the slot, by the way, here you have the up man moving, caught over. That's the old slot post you might hear people talk about that play. NCAA video games will run that for a touch. It's a great play with a big body receiver. One of the toughest plays to stop right there.
The extra point from Levi Hilborn is off the left upright, no good. And so with 9 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's Beaumont 6 and Albany 1. And so Beaumont, guys, gets the touchdown as we get another look at the completion to Schleicher.
And why I was joking around there about that video game comparison on that route, why it's become so popular, is because you have the outside receiver locked on one who's likely your best defensive back. He's going deep. You see a receiver cut across the middle. So many times you talk about coverage then. Who's on him? Is it going to be the safety? Are you going to hope a back drops back? Now you got a physical mismatch over the receiver, and with a big guy like him, that's an impossible route at times, at least pre-snap, having the film on that to defend. Don't be shocked if we see that play about 3 or 4 more times out of Beaumont. Well done there by the coaching staff, especially in that we call that the money area, right? The green area. That's where guys get paid and make plays. Beaumont does it there on their opening drive.
Beaumont 2-4 this season, but they are the 2025 NAL champs in their inaugural year in that league. And Albany fans know that league. The then Albany Empire competed in that league back in 2021, 2022, won the title both of those years. So Albany will get the ball to start here, 1st and 10. And it will be with Sam Castronova. And we've talked about the reigning MVP, 4th game of the year, 568 yards passing, 19 touchdowns against no interceptions. And when we talked to Beaumont head coach Corey Mayfield, he talked about not turning the football over. That's something that Albany does not do, and it usually is an X factor, guys.
That is the thing that so many teams hope to pull an upset, hope to make the big play. Castronova just hasn't allowed that happening all season long.
Albany wearing their gray tops and black pants here. Castronova gonna go deep on 1st down. He's going all the way, and it drops incomplete as he was looking for Isaiah Scott on 1st down. Albany takes a shot all the way down the field. And we mentioned it, Castronova almost as many touchdown passes as incompletions. And he almost connects with Isaiah Scott here to start the scoring for Albany.
Oh, now wait a second there. The defender's hands might have got, Isaiah Scott thought that was a touchdown. And before the defender's hands get on him, Scotts couldn't get out there. He turned around for the official for looking at a flag. He may have been able to sneak that in there, but it caught Scott off guard a bit for that play. We'll see if they go back to it again though soon.
Castronova pass caught by Townsend on the near side, and he took an absolute shot there from Esias Gandy. A big hit. It's going to bring up third down and medium here after that catch from Townsend, who leads the team in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, but he paid the price there.
He's been so good this season. Albany dealing with injuries. Dwayne Brown, DB3, not active in the last home game, and just means more on 21 to make plays, and Castronova has a lot of confidence in him to do that.
Third down, pass caught by Dwayne Brown as he gets close to midfield, and that's one of the big news items here in this game. Dwayne Brown missed last Saturday's game against Oceanside. First catch here tonight is good for a first down.
It was one of those odd injuries too, right? A few hours before there was rumblings of whether or not he was going to play, and what we had heard leading up to the broadcast, precautionary, nothing to be concerned about, rest. You know, we like Coach Ware. You never know, though, when coaches say the thing about rest. Seems to be the truth there with DB3 making a nice play to advance the chains.
First down for the Firebirds. Flag. Castronova trying to get away now. Spins into the oncoming rush as he gets knocked down by John Griggs, but there's a flag down on the play. So it's going to be offsides on the defense. It'll be 5 yards. Castronova took a shot on this one as he was trying to make a play, trying to hold on to the ball, but this is the last thing you want to see, guys, is Castronova take a shot here as he spins away and then gets taken down by Griggs.
We've frequently this season, when a play comes on the defense, that Castronova just launch it deep. Rare time he doesn't do it there, and he did take that big hit by Griggs.
Castronova runs again on the near side. Actually, that was pass to Townsend, I believe. Quick fire. And it's going to be third down and short.
Well, you said the perfect word there, fire, right? It almost feels like this first quarter's on fire. It is absolutely moving. We're heading towards the 5-minute mark. You did the horse racing comparison to lead. It has that feel, how fast these guys are flying around right now.
Give you the Albany starters here in just a second. You know many of the skill guys. Right now it's Brown, Scott, and Townsend, the three receivers, with Townsend the motion man. Castronova looking to DT, and it's going to drop incomplete. Up front for Albany, we've got Isaiah Hardy, Colby Bird, and Tykees Crawford, and then Josh Zacher, who's acting as the fourth lineman, but we even saw him run the football a few times already this year, stands behind the offensive line in that up-man position to the left of Castronova.
I got a chance to talk to executive Jeff Levac, who had mentioned Zacher didn't plan on this being his role this season, wants to help out the team, wants to help Coach Ware. Wouldn't be shocked if we get a carry out of him on this play coming up, though.
It is third and short. Castronova in the shotgun. They're going to give it to Zacher, and Zacher tumbles ahead inside the 15 as I guess that's what you call it, right? 6'2", 300, just kind of tumble ahead. 8th rushing attempt of the year for Zacher.
Now, Coach Ware made me look smart there because I thought people couldn't see this. Andrew gave me a little bop. He knew the run was coming. He gave me a little hit. I was yapping away too much. That's 2 for 2. The broadcasters both knew that was going to be a run for a first down.
So it's 1st and 10 at the Beaumont 15. Castronova going to loft it up, looking for Scott. And crowd wants a flag, and they're not going to get one there. As running with him was Kirkwood on the defense, Devin Kirkwood for the Renegades. Beaumont led by head coach Corey Mayfield, but defensive coordinator Tyrone Peace is the one who's out there right now on the field for the defensive unit for the Renegades. Coach Mayfield said, hey, we're ready to go tonight to take on the undefeated Firebirds. Castronova drops it off. Scott trying to get away from the defense, and he is tackled by Gandy right at the line of scrimmage.
Gandy's having a nice first quarter there. He's doing some stuff out there that's throwing off Castronova. Got good instincts, finishing tackles. Isaiah Scott and Sam Casanova are about a play away, though, from breaking something out. It seems like from that first throw deep that there was a little bit of contact, and maybe that route a little earlier in the drive should have been a Scott route rather than a Townsend route. We'll see if Eight's the target here, and there was just a signal pre-snap over his direction as well.
3rd down and 10. Castronova looking for Townsend, and he catches it for the touchdown. Or should we say the ball catches him as it just kind of stuck in his right armpit. And it is a touchdown for the Firebirds as Castronova connects with Townsend for 6.
The bread basket, right? Is that what people talk about? I don't care what level of football you play. You hope if you're running a route, you're going to pass like that. Lift up the arm, Sam, put it there for me. One-handed catch. A lot of people can't do that with that type of athleticism. With his famous touchdown dance, great throw, great catch, and now Albany back on top.
Team leading 14th receiving touchdown for Darian Townsend, who now holds the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good for Evan Bird. 2:47 to go here in the first quarter. It is Albany 8, Beaumont 6, AF1 action on a Friday night.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt. This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged. 0 to 60. Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Back here at MVP Arena, Transfinder Field, both teams have traded touchdowns. Albany 8, Beaumont 6. The Firebirds got a 1 on the opening kickoff. Beaumont missed their extra point, did the Renegades. Evan Bird ready to kick it off. Right to left across your screen. The fans calling out for the deuce. Bird lets it fly, and it is gone into the basket for 2 points. And 2 more for Albany. And Bird with a bit of a somersaulting celebration there.
Much improved celebration from last week. Not sure if Coach Ware or the coaching staff may have adjusted it. You say a somersault, I'm gonna just go with the classic worm. Scotty Too Hot, he might have hit that once in a while back in the WWE. Otis, I mean, this is a fantastic kick by Bird. New celebration. This is a no-doubter, by the way, Angie, right?
Definitely with the distance, sneaks it inside the right goalpost and W-O-R-M, worm, baby, there it is. So Evan Bird kicks it through for the deuce. Albany leads by 4. Beaumont back on offense. McBride's pass caught on the near side, complete. And that's Zuri Davis. We talked about Davis, guys. 4 touchdowns in back-to-back games, has a team-high 11 touchdowns. Coach Ware said, we need to be more physical. I mean, remember Javon Tucker 6 days ago, before he got banged up on a special teams play, was doing his best to kind of light things up for Oceanside. Albany's had some defensive injuries. As they swing this one out, it's Davis again, and he's swarmed and tackled. There's some of that physicality that Coach Ware is talking about.
There are things that just jump out to you as a fan, a broadcaster, a coach. Robertson unleashed the cover speed there, defensive backs. That is some of the biggest things you talk about. The breakdown speed of the ball's coming my way. Let's see how fast I can get there. 16 flew in and make it. This is one of the best games we've seen, at least in the first half, that we've seen Robertson play for Albany.
Coach Mayfield was raving about the preparation for Zuri Davis in the pregame. Really just prepares and knows where he needs to be. Just off of the fingertips of Vincent Wilkerson, it falls incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down here for Beaumont as we go under 1 minute to play in the first quarter. We'll give you the guys out there right now for Albany defensively. It's Kadir Shepard, Morris Joseph, and the newly signed Marlon Bradley up front. Chris Walton and Drew Singleton at the Mac and Jack. And then Lorenzo Jones, Marcus Smith, and Seth Robertson in the secondary right now for Albany. 4th down, and pass falls incomplete, but there's a flag down. It looks like it may be on Albany, and we talked to Coach Mayfield. He said we got to change up the snap count
Offsides,
to kind of keep
defense,
Albany
number
off its toe,
97.
or off
5-yard penalty.
off balance,
Results
and they seemed like
first
they did
down.
there on 4th down.
This one's going to go against the Firebirds. They're going to call
defensive
offsides.
yeah.
Yeah, see, there was some movement on that right side of the line. At times when you see that flag come out, at least when the throw comes out, you know you got a free play, it's going to happen. Surprising, definitely surprised the home crowd there. Massive penalty, by the way, not only because of that, but now Beaumont's going to have this ball going to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
The end of the first quarter. Both teams with 1 possession in that first quarter that flew along there. But Albany with some special teams help. Extra point, a 1, a deuce, and they lead 10-6 at the end of the first quarter with their undefeated record on the line.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Kick the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's
Crypto.com.
Start of the second quarter here in Albany, New York, as the undefeated first place Firebirds lead the Beaumont Renegades 10-6. First trip to Albany for Beaumont in the AF1. These two teams played a couple of months ago. Albany won 55-27 back in the mid-April. Pass caught by Slater, and Jalen Slater all the way to the Albany 15. It'll be a first down for the Renegades, and those two connect once again.
You start wondering about pregame scouting reports, who's going to stand out. You go through the pregame notes. I'll give credit where credit's due. They fooled us a little bit. 13 was not circled a lot on our scouting news we got ready for this, and he's out here, Slater, making plays.
Slater with that big body. Off the field right now, the motion man is Morrison, slinging it on the far side to Zuri Davis. And he's tackled quickly by Robertson. A lot. Go ahead.
I was going to say, well, you mentioned before we went to break there going into the second. One possession apiece, 27, closer to 22 minutes of real time of action. If you're a Beaumont Renegade fan, you're like, we've kept Albany and Castro off the field and we're still down by 4 points. But that fourth down penalty was crucial, as they didn't have to run a play and continue to just eat away at this clock. Best way to stop Castronova and company, make sure they barely have the football.
That's for sure. McBride standing tall in the pocket, and now he's swallowed up. Kadir Shepard, there is a flag down. Emerging from the pile was Chris Walton with the ball. They're going to say McBride was down, as players peeling themselves back up from this Transfinder field. I was going to say Beaumont's done a
Legal
good job
defense,
protecting McBride
Albany.
until that
Blitz.
last play.
That's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Boy, each pivotal play that's gone in Beaumont's favor. An offsides, an illegal defense. Every time Albany's needed a big play, there's something that's good. Look at Shepard's pass rush, by the way. It's something you and I have covered all season long. Every game he's got that deep pocket of moves, making Lyman's job so difficult. He has the speed, he has the power. And yeah, well, you and I had a feeling this might get challenged about what the referees may have seen there in that illegal defense call.
You're looking at the Beaumont Renegades and quarterback Andrew McBride. They played 2 QBs this year, McBride and Carl Robinson. McBride has looked good out there so far, stands tall in the pocket. Coach Mayfield talked about we got to limit our turnovers, especially against this undefeated Albany team.
Albany is
challenging
the ruling on the field of an illegal defense.
Albany, as you see the challenge flag on the left side of your screen, Coach Damon Ware has thrown the challenge flag. Guys, you said the infraction was an illegal defense call. So they're going to take a look at this as it was challenged. And while we have a little bit of an opportunity to talk about this Albany defensive unit, which has dealt with a lot of injuries, 34 points per game, second best in the league behind Nashville, but they've got 21 sacks and 11 interceptions for defensive coordinator Brandon Cisse, and I know you know Coach Cisse. He is a perfectionist when it comes to his defensive unit.
A decorated career as a player here in the capital region of New York. Talk about pro athletes and championships and success. He's in the conversation as one of the best who's ever done it when you stack up his resume. And now moving to the coaching side, you hear a conversation so often about the best coordinator on the best team getting a head coaching job. It just feels like a matter of time before Coach Cisse moves on to another spot of his career. That's how good he's been. But Coach Ware, his former coach, together with him, it's a tough tandem to face off against any team when it comes to AF1 action.
Getting a good look at it here. You see the flag went right up there. Referee standing at about the 7-yard line. So they're taking a look at it in front of us. You're getting a look at it on your screen here early in the second quarter with Albany leading by a score of 10-6. What are your thoughts here, guys?
I don't think this is going to get overturned. You said it right there. The referee had the best look at it on the field to throw that flag. By the way, a little adjustment on the challenges as well. It was next to our left side here, right? We've now been upgraded to iPads and computers.
I don't know if that's an upgrade.
Okay, all right. I'll rephrase it. Upgraded, they're further away from us, all right?
Right.
That's the upgrade. They're further away from the broadcaster influence.
It may be an upgrade. I don't know what's the dial-up speed here
that's right.
at MVP Arena.
I believe this is going to stay because he had the best look on the turf than anybody else. We'll find out. The undefeated streak was crushed.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. First down, Beaumont.
You heard the ruling there from our head referee. Upheld is the call, so it will be a penalty on the Albany defense. And Coach Cisse walking slowly past the referee, defensive coordinator.
Quietly as well.
So it's first and goal here for Beaumont. McBride under center, takes the snap, lobs it up into the corner, and it's knocked away. Good defense, good play defensively there by Seth Robertson, I believe. So 16 and 10, hard to see here.
They leaped up there, by the way. That looked like a mismatch.
No, it's Marcus Smith. Yeah.
That's about as high as we've seen Marcus Smith jump, and there's a lot of plays he's looking like a big-time athlete get up there. It's about a 40-inch vert from our angle how high Smith got on that play.
Marcus Smith has league-leading 5 interceptions on the year. Really one of the best, if not the best, safety in this league. Davis is the motion man. McBride, Davis, and a flag comes out late as there was contact right around the goal line between the aforementioned Marcus Smith and Zuri Davis.
This is the first game the Firebirds have had at home in a long time where it feels like the calls have gone against them. Now look, I can't argue against any of them so far.
Defense, number 10. Ball be placed at the 2-yard line.
It's been a nice job by the
Automatic
officiating
first
crew. There's
down.
contact with that ball being thrown, although the MVP Arena crowd doesn't agree with it. Davis being an impact here. We'll see this play across. There's quick, and then we'll see Smith on the hip. Wait a second. I mean, yeah, that's right on the hip there. The official, I think what more people have problems with is when the flag was thrown, right? The contact, and then there's like a 2-second pause, and then the flag comes out.
They're going to run this football right up the middle, and they are pushed back as it's Wilkerson, the receiver, who runs right up the middle. Guys, obviously, they weren't clued into really the turning point in 6 days ago in the game against Oceanside when this Albany defense, first and goal at the 1, second and goal at the 1, third and goal at the 1, fourth and goal at the 1. That was really the changing game scenario there where the Albany defense held strong, and they did so to Wilkerson.
Rudy Johnson, the mobile quarterback for Oceanside, just can't find spots, and all of a sudden he's stuff, and 20-plus points unanswered after that. Swung the momentum of that game.
Wilkerson, they fake the handoff, McBride, and he's taken down by Marlon Bradley, who has just acquired 6'3", 245 out of Florida Atlantic. And he makes the stop in the backfield. They tried to basically simulate the same play as the first down, but McBride faked it to him and then tripped up.
There's no fake, right? If you're going to run the boot, you got to have a little bit of motion and bring a guy across. Yes, he trips. That results in the sack, but if you're going to move in that opposite direction, how are the defenders going to move with that motion up front? Easy play for the Firebirds, as this is the loudest the home crowd's been all evening.
Schleicher, the man in motion, they're going to look his way, and he brings it in for the touchdown. Second receiving touchdown of this first half for Jalen Schleicher, and Beaumont goes back in front.
He has been the biggest X factor in this game. Beaumont absolutely cuts into the clock, drains it down. This is going to get under 10 minutes, give them the lead. We haven't seen the Firebird defense have something like this happen to them at home in a long time. big catch over the top, coming down with it, celebrating, giving his team the lead back again.
Well, we talked about Zuri Davis in the pregame, but it's Jalen Slater in this first half as the extra point is no good off the upright. So with 9:46 to go in the first half, it's Beaumont now in front, 12-10. AF1 football under those Friday night lights on HTN.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
Every dream starts with a chance. A chance to build something bigger than yourself, bigger than the game. For this team, this city, and every kid watching in this game, this is where it begins. Under these lights, in front of this community, dreams are becoming reality. This is Oceanside Bombers football.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Beaumont with the early second quarter lead here in Albany, New York. Beaumont, the Renegades 12, the Firebirds 10. Beaumont 2 for 2, 2 touchdown drives. Albany's only had one drive, guys. We were talking during the break about an 8-minute drive there for the Renegades on that touchdown. That's one way to do it here, shorten the game if you're the underdog.
An 8-minute drive on the road against a team who's beaten you earlier in the season. Beaumont trying to have a completely different way to attack the Firebirds, and it's been effective so far.
Ball goes underneath the bar as off the foot of Levi Hilborn. Hilborn has hit the upright 2 times on extra points. We're going to take another look at the touchdown from McBride to Slater. And Slater, that big body, look at him cut across and just haul it in, guys. What a job there to concentrate and reel that one in.
Looks a little similar to that first touchdown of the game, right into the receiver going up. You're trying to get him right in the middle of the field, trying to extend his arms. I mean, that's going to be a go-to play for the Renegades. They get within that spot, they're going to send him over the top and force the Firebird defense to find a way to stop him.
Well, when we talk about this arena game, so much is won in the trenches. Beaumont's got to rely on those guys up front. John Griggs, Sidney Jones, and Metariah Falu. Those guys are up front right now for the Renegades, trying to put pressure on Castronova. Rolls to his right, throws back across his body, looking for Scott, but right in the area was Isaiah Hall. And Castronova has not thrown an interception yet this year, but that had all the ingredients of one as he threw back across his body, and Hall was in good position.
The Renegade team is fired up for that play by Hall. Hall's what, a step away there? Half a yard away from jumping up and making a play on that one. Nice play by 23 Hall, and his teammates loved it.
The guys up front, we told you about them. Griggs, a couple of weeks ago, had 3 sacks against Washington, number 9. Far side of your screen, Castronova puts it up. It's caught by Townsend for the touchdown. He got behind or through Devin Kirkwood, who was back there, and Castronova connects for the second time with DT. Darian Townsend.
Watch Castronova's. This is a no-look touchdown. Watch Castronova's eyes. Left, left, left. We're going to get a second look at it coming up. Trust me. I think he looks left the entire time.
Here we go.
And then he's going to throw it right. So here we go. Left, 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 left. And then just flicking that way. Completely across the field. I don't know if it's no-look. It's always tough with that visor there, but he lets it fly and connects with Townsend for the score.
21st passing touchdown of the year for Castronova. The extra point is up. And it is good. 7:59 to go before halftime. Albany leading 17-12. Second touchdown from Castronova to DT as the Firebirds lead midway through the second.
This is not just football. This is speed, intensity, and non-stop action. Welcome to Arena Football 1, where the field is smaller, but the hits are harder, the plays are faster, and every second counts. High-scoring battles, electric atmospheres, and athletes pushing the limit on every snap. No breaks, no mercy. Just football at full throttle. This is where legends ride, and the game never slows down. Arena Football. One fast, fierce, unforgettable. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boot ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't last that. Keep the door, yeah, we crashed that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, now you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
Every dream starts with a chance. A chance to build something bigger than yourself, bigger than the game. For this team, this city, and every kid watching in this game, this is where it begins. Under these lights, in front of this community, dreams are becoming reality. This is Oceanside Bombers football.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Back here, MVP Arena, Darian Townsend, a couple of touchdown catches in this first half. Number 14 and 15 on the season. And Darian Townsend, after the touchdown, hey, why not?
Ignore the high five, and as Bill Raftery would say, with the kiss.
Ball goes over the side. Well, we talked last week, guys, about the new guy on the street, right? Ajay Hall, 3 touchdowns. Darian Townsend said, hey, not so fast here. Don't put me out to pasture all that fast. He had 3 touchdowns earlier this year against Beaumont, already 2 in this first half on passes from Sam Castronova. And Albany has a 5-point lead as the Renegades come out for their third drive there. You see the ball, whoa, flying into the stands there. I didn't realize this special teamer.
I want to say misread. I don't know if he just wanted to have fun flying over the boards, kind of a baseball comparison, right? You know, the ball's flying over the fence. Just want to test to see if it's where he's okay, luckily.
Looked like he landed on his feet somehow.
He did.
Much more nimble than if you or I were are over there, go head over heels.
We won't test that at all.
So since the ball went out over the side, it's going to be 1st and 10 Beaumont at the 20-yard line. So good field position for the Renegades as they put Wilkerson in motion. McBride stands in the pocket, delivers. Wilkerson makes the catch close to a first down over to the Albany side of the field. Pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Beaumont.
It's one of the hardest things to kind of get a grip on here when you talk about AF1 football and a team eating the clock is that the Firebirds are off the field a lot, but that second half's going to go around in, what, 8 total plays, 9 plays total? Like, they're going to feel fresh again. You know, fresh Scott, fresh Townsend, fresh Castronova. Beaumont's been a great game, but this whole offense in the second half is going to be tough to slow down.
McBride already 88 passing yards, stands in the pocket, takes a big hit, went off the hands of Drew Singleton, who was trying to replay his pick 6 from 6 days ago against Oceanside. Saw that one, and he is licking his chops there for another opportunity. He's got 3 interceptions this year. McBride taking some heat right up the middle as Morris Joseph coming through puts McBride on his back. That led to the errant pass. 3rd down and short. They're going to throw it. McBride pass in and out of the hands and off the boards of Wilkerson. And it's going to bring up 4th down and less than a yard here, guys.
This is one of these scenarios. We'll be shocked if Beaumont lets this play clock get down to about 1, calls a timeout, sees what Albany is in, and then runs it again. If it's going to be a time of possession game, let's see what the Renegades do. Wouldn't be shocked if they just see a scheme and blow a timeout here.
They've got Trevor Stewart lined up behind McBride. They tried to draw him off sides. They fumbled the snap, and Albany recovers. Doesn't really matter either way because it was 4th down. But one of the big offensive linemen, it's Morris Joseph.
Legal defense on Albany. The MAC was in the box. That's a 5-yard penalty. Results in 1st down.
And it looks like it may give Beaumont this 1st down, guys.
This is the biggest call of the game so far if this one's against Albany. Either way, this is a massive call. Chains are moving. This one's against Albany, Andrew.
Yeah.
You're trying to draw the Firebirds offside. We didn't get a number in-house of who that was against, but a fumbled snap, the wrong snap count. It looked like that was the plan for Beaumont to draw Albany offside, get it to 1, call a timeout. Instead, the ball snapped and they called against the Firebirds.
So 1st down for Beaumont, under 5 minutes to go in this 1st half. McBride bouncing around, takes off with his legs and gets close to a 1st down as we see McBride, who has not had much rushing ability, although Albany coach Damon Ware said both quarterbacks, Robinson and McBride, athletic, and we see a little of that athleticism from McBride on that 8-yard run.
This is a drive again for the Renegades, getting closer and closer to the 3-minute mark, 2-minute mark. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, Firebird offense off the field. Beaumont has completely dominated the clock in this 1st half.
Davis is the motion man. Pass, oh, is it intercepted? Drew Singleton, this time he's able to hang on to it. And that is a big game-changing play from one of the best defensive players in this league, Drew Singleton, with the interception.
He got close on the first one. You mentioned the pick 6 earlier. I'm not shocked if Beaumont might have to challenge this one. Does this one hit the yard line? Oh, we might see it. We'll see.
When we come back here, late stages of the 1st half, 17-12.
Media timeout.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged. 0 to 60. Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Back here, it's a coach's challenge for Beaumont head coach Corey Mayfield, and they may not actually be challenging the interception guys. They may be challenging also linebacker out of the box there.
Boy,
it's close
seeing
both ways
that
here,
angle right, you're looking at the 3-yard line. It looks like the nose of the football. What a great job by our production team here. All right, the neck, there it is right here. We're going to see about 2 more frames going forward. What? Right there, no, what a great job by the team. Shout out to everybody, man. That ball to me looks like it hits the turf. That looks like it hits the 3-yard line. The nose of the football is going to go down. He doesn't get his hand underneath it. The home crowd's giving me grief, by the way, you can hear behind me. So that looks like it's going to hit the turf, and that's a Beaumont swinging possession there.
So before we hear the news here, this is the only game going on tonight on a Friday night. We got one game tomorrow, Nashville at Michigan.
I might be wrong, by the way. Sorry, Andrew, because the offense is still in the field here for the Firebirds. That angle told.
Kentucky at Oregon and Minnesota at Oceanside both Sunday night.
Interception, Albany, first down.
It is going to stand. The interception's going to stand.
I'll get my context switched. I don't know what I saw differently. Maybe it's the black glove underneath. That looked like the cone of the football. 1-1 today on the challenges. I will be crushed on social media and YouTube for my call there, but someone can view it on the screen and send it to me on social.
Before Albany gets going on offense, at halftime, we've got Jeff Levac, host of the AF1 Season Pass. This week, Jeff, I'm not used to calling him Jeff, goes one-on-one with legendary broadcaster Eli Gold, who shares why he is still a fixture as one of the national voices of the AF1. That should be a good conversation with Levac and Eli Gold. Passes intercepted here by Hall. We've got a flag down on the play, so a lot happening here. Castronova throws what may be his first interception of the year. We have to see what the flag is. Already offensive lineman Colby Bird is clapping his hands here, so it looks like it may be on the visitors from Texas.
Illegal contact, 23, defense. That's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So it's going to be a first down on the penalty. I think they said the defensive jack out of. I didn't hear the referee's call.
I didn't either. That's about the 4th or 5th one in a row. That's had a big swing in this game too. Look, there's been some tough calls in this game so far, and this one's going to fly.
Shot all the way downfield, playing it off the boards was Townsend, and it falls incomplete.
I know we joked around a little bit about the baseball comparison earlier about players jumping over the boards and trying to play the wind. When that got over our heads here, it looked like it was going to swing back somehow.
Well, we already talked about horse racing. Again, the third leg of the Triple Crown, if you're a horse racing fan, taking place tomorrow evening about 30 miles north of where we sit in Albany, New York. That's taking place tomorrow in Saratoga Springs. This is Albany. This is New York, Texas.
Yeah.
Same, NBA Finals tonight.
That's
too,
right.
New York, Texas. Spurs and Knicks. Pass in and out of the hands of Townsend. Although I did my Texas research, guys.
How did it go?
Well, Beaumont, which sits, as according to head coach Mayfield, in the golden triangle of Southeast Texas, about an hour and a half east of Houston, also 40 miles from the Gulf. They are closer to Houston. Texas is a big state. They're on the southeastern side, close to Louisiana. You got to go 12 hours west to get to the other side of the border of Texas. 12 hours. Big state. We knew it's big. Everything's bigger in Texas. Castronova complete to Hall. First time, Ajay Hall. He leaps over the defender and he's in for the touchdown. There is a flag down. How about the highlight playmaking skills of Ajay Hall? What a play there for the 6'3", 195 burner on a broken play. Castronova
personal foul, face mask, number 2 on the defense.
It's going to be
the
a
penalty
defensive
is
penalty.
declined.
It's going to be
Result of the play,
and
touchdown.
Coach Ware said the next latest and greatest wide receiver, Ajay Hall, into the end zone for a touchdown. Get that guy the ball.
This is the play of the season so far for the Albany Firebirds. Might be the play of the year. Leaps, get over, balls over here, a stiff arm there, a face mask there, and a touchdown to finish it off.
Touchdown for Ajay Hall. Castronova's third touchdown pass of this first half. Evan Bird out for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good with 1:18 to go in the first half. It's Albany 24, Beaumont 12. We got a player down for Albany, which is not good. As we get another look, guys, at this playmaking, Ajay Hall leaping over the defender at the 10-yard line and then pushing his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
You feel bad for a defender at that point because look how much open space is here.
Media
Hall can
timeout.
go left, he can go right. He's got, that's about a 15-yard difference. It's a tough play to make in the open field, especially when he's already got a few yards to speed up. It doesn't look good on social media after a play like that. And how about the game-changing? Andrew, this is the second consecutive game you and I have been a part of where a goal line play has swung the momentum of the game. The Oceanside game with the Bombers and the Firebirds, it's a fourth down stop. And if you're a Renegade fan, you're still looking at that interception by Albany and saying, he didn't drop that? That ball. Now seeing the replay more and more, to this side, it still looks like he dropped that football. The referees disagreed with me. A complete swing in the game here. Beaumont puts that in. They've got the lead, and then all of a sudden now they're down 12 with less than a minute 30 to play.
I think Beaumont coach Mayfield is thinking the same thing you were. That was an interception, as it's Lorenzo Jones who is down after that extra point. And they were looking at his knee, and he's kind of being helped to the bench area. And that's the last thing this Albany team needs, guys, is another defensive injury. Being helped off by Coach Cisse and Josh Zacher.
Jones had a nice season so far, too. He's been contributing to the Firebirds, kind of finding that role and what he can do. And gosh, it's just tough seeing him get banged up here. He's been embraced by the Capital Region of upstate New York. You're talking about your geography a little bit later on before Hall's highlight reel play. For those trying to figure out Albany to Madison Square, it's about 3 hours, right? About 250, depending on who's driving, about 3 hours down to the city.
I mean, two of the bigger states, right? New York, not as big as Texas.
No.
Not many states are, if any. But if you go from New York City and curl all the way around to Buffalo, you could go, depending on how fast you drive, 6-7 hours.
I was about 13 minutes away from the arena today. I showed up late and needed to use a GPS, so I don't know if I'm your geography guy.
Well, just to put it in perspective, going west 12 hours, going east 12 hours would put you in about Orlando, Florida. So that shows you about the distance from Beaumont as that kick goes over the boards on the far side again. As ball will come out to the 20-yard line, so we hope Lorenzo Jones is okay. Minute 13 to go in this first half. 2 touchdown passes to Darian Townsend. 1 touchdown pass to Ajay Hall. It's 24-12. Albany has controlled the special teams. They've got a 1, a deuce, a couple of extra points. And despite only having 1 more touchdown than Beaumont, they've got a 12-point lead as we have hit the 1 minute timeout
timing rules are in effect.
In the first half. 1 minute to go. We are going to take a timeout. We'll be back here for the remainder of the first half. Albany leads Beaumont 24-12.
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
It starts in a quiet, empty building.
Back here in Albany, 1 minute timeout as we are the only game in the AF1 tonight. But tomorrow we've got AF1 action on Vice. Nashville at Michigan. Saturday night game, 5 o'clock. 2 games on Sunday. This week, Kentucky at Oregon, Minnesota at Oceanside. So 3 different nights you can catch AF1 action. Tomorrow night, Nashville at Michigan, 5 o'clock Eastern on Vice. Pass from McBride all the way down the field, too far for his intended receiver. It drops incomplete. Clock stops, 54 seconds to go in this first half.
Couldn't draw that out better, by the way. We're promoting Vice, and then the ball goes right to the Vice board right there on our television. Well done there. Very good.
Also, we want to remind you at halftime, Jeff Levac, the host of the AF1 Season Pass, catches up one-on-one with legendary broadcaster Eli Gold. That'll be coming up at halftime, so stick around for that discussion with broadcaster Eli Gold and Jeff Levac. Big hit as the pass is caught by Zuri Davis. It's good for the first down, tackled by Marcus Smith. Clock rolling, 40 seconds to go in this first half. Albany up 24-12 as we get another look at it, guys.
Gosh, this was loud inside the arena, right? The oohs and the ahs came from Firebird fans inside MVP Arena.
Beaumont trying to get a score here to end the first half. McBride fires it, and it's almost intercepted. Marcus Smith cutting in there to try to knock it away.
Smith's eyes were locked on McBride's eyes the entire time. His eyes never went off this receiver. Watch this from the snap and even pre-snap. He's looking this entire way. You're going to see 10 in your top left side of your screen. It's looking the same way. Almost jumps to route. Good timing. Almost. Just can't squeeze it there.
Marcus Smith and Dante Mason Coach Ware talked about physicality with Dante Mason. He had 12 tackles last week. He was just signed at the end of May. McBride, pass, looking for an open Davis. It's just a little too far, and it drops incomplete. Clock stops with 15 seconds to go in this first half, as we've got 3rd down and 10 for Beaumont.
Gosh, 2 massive plays likely on the way here for the Renegades. They've got to get a score in before halftime. They've got to do their best to prevent Albany with some deep balls and big speed to not touch the ball. Such a huge factor in AF1 being the team who has the ball last before half. Tough spot here for the Renegades coming up on a 3rd down.
McBride already with 2 passing touchdowns in this first half. Drops back, pass caught near side. And twisting away is Slater. Timeout Beaumont. Slater has those 2 receiving touchdowns. He's been the big target of this first half, even though we profiled Zuri Davis. So they take a timeout.
First charge timeout. 30
down,
seconds.
but there's only 9 seconds to go on the game clock.
Second charge timeout. Correction.
This is what makes AF1 football so fun. So how do you play this if you're the coaching staff for the Renegades? Obviously you want to score. You want to cut it into the Firebirds lead. Do you just go for the first down, take another quick timeout? That way it shrinks the clock away and Albany's not going to get another touch. Do you just try to put points on the board here, kick a field goal, hope you drain it until about 2 and hope Albany does go for a deep ball? There are so many different scenarios you can play here. Again, scenario 1, the best options, find someone open the end zone and make a play. Second best look here for McBride is to get a first down. You still got about, call it 4.5 here. Get that, get down, call a timeout so you know you're going to be the team with the last ball and the last chance to put points on the board. Interesting strategy here. We've seen so many different coaching staffs use different styles against the Firebirds. We'll see what the Renegades' game plan is here now with a loud crowd here getting behind the Firebird defense.
So they actually put 10 seconds on the game clock here. It is 4th down. 4th down and about 5 for McBride and the Renegades offense. He drops back, has time, delivers, and it's dropped. Incomplete. Looking for Dontrell Morrison. Had his receiver, had the first down, and it drops incomplete. It's a turnover on downs, and Albany gets the ball back, guys, with 7 seconds to go. But again, we know that's enough time here for Albany.
Look at this. If you're a Renegade fan, this is the perfect play call. It's everything you need, right? It's the perfect spot. You got the first down. You could get some yardage, push it to the end. Oh, my gosh. Morrison can't make the play, whether that route's halted, where the ball's not where he thinks it's supposed to go, and turnover on downs. You've got to be just upset with yourself if you're a Renegade fan and player. That's the play you want in that spot. The execution just isn't there.
Well, Albany has scored back-to-back touchdowns here to open up a 12-point lead. They've got minimal time here, but they can take a shot deep. And you know that's what Castronova will do. They draw him off sides. He can take a free shot for Townsend, and it's in and out of his hands. Give a lot of credit to Devin Kirkwood working back there to knock that one away. The game clock says 0, but it is a flag on the play. Kirkwood with a nice job getting back there. I thought it was going to be the 3rd receiving touchdown of this first half for Darian Townsend.
It's a
but
5-yard
Kirkwood
penalty.
got back there
Replay,
with that
first down.
finishing speed to
We
knock
have
it
one
away.
on time down.
So it is offsides on the defense. It's going to stay first down. There's going to be an untimed down. But take a look at this, guys, as Castronova tried to drop it in the bucket here to DT.
Oh, boy, a hand right there at the end. I think Townsend thought it was going to be a little easier as well. He might have not seen that hand coming over the top.
So game clock says 0. This is an untimed down due to the defensive penalty. Castronova's got to take a shot deep. Now he's running for his life, and he's going to be taken down and swallowed up, as it was Metaraya Fallu who makes the sack to end.
That's the end of the first half.
As it We're going to take another look at the sack. Castronova trying to make something out of nothing here, guys. Try to throw the ball down the field. He needs a little bit more time than this.
It's your favorite play as a defensive lineman. You know they're going to go deep. You know the pass rush is going to be your best move. They all busted out. It's a team sack right there. The stats won't reflect, but it's a team sack for the Renegades.
So we've got halftime. Remember, when we come back, we'll have Jeff Levac, who will sit down one-on-one with legendary broadcaster Eli Gold. Halftime, Albany 24, Beaumont 12 here at MVP Arena.
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Welcome to the AF1 Season Pass. I'm your host, Jeff Levac, and I'm joined by the voice of the AF1, Eli Gold. All right, sir, you've been doing this a long time. You've done Nashville. You've done hockey, college football, NFL, AFL. Why are you bringing your Hall of Fame credentials to the AF1?
I've just always liked the Arena Football League, Jeff. You know, I did AFL broadcasts years ago, however many years ago it was. I worked with Ed Cunningham and Jill Arrington and Sam Weich, and we had a great time in that heyday of the AFL. And I've always just kept, attention to what's going on. And here the opportunity came along, and Jerry Kurz, I've known him forever, and I've known Jeff Fisher from, when we were in the NFL together, and it just worked out. And they said, "You want to do it?" And I said, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So that's why I'm here.
Jerry Kurz said that he was responsible. He said, "You loved him so much, there's no way you could say no."
Yeah, that's true. I really enjoy the game, and it's different. Obviously, I can't compare it to Alabama. I can't compare it to an NFL game. It's its own entity, but that's good. That's good. And when a game gets going well, and you realize how athletic these guys are, and how there is significant hitting, and there is, prices to be paid if you make a mistake on the field. What's not to like? And that's why I'm here.
So you're the voice of Alabama for years and years, and I've seen more SEC players start to roll through the AF1, especially this year. Does it shock you knowing that like the SEC is an NFL factory, that all these great talented young men are now coming to the AF1?
It doesn't shock me, because we all know that everybody in the SEC is not going to make it to the next level, being the NFL. It's just not going to happen. But when you see guys from Mississippi State, guys from Alabama, we've had a number of guys from Alabama this year. When you've seen guys from Florida and where have you, I'm not surprised at all, because this is a good league. This is a good league. These guys are fast, they're talented. The throws that we're seeing off the back foot, the passes we're seeing caught in close quarters, I mean, you can't beat it. So there's no question these guys have talent. And yes, the SEC and talent are words that go hand in hand.
Absolutely. And I grew up, I'm a radio guy myself, but I'm jealous of what you're able to do. You paint that word picture and you share the vision with everyone, whether they're watching, listening, or whatever. You really accent the game. Is there a play in your history that you go, hey, you want to know who Eli Gold is? Go find this one, because I love what I was able to do with this one.
Wow, that's a great question. Maybe when Alabama beat Texas for the national championship game many years ago at the Rose Bowl. And we wrapped up the broadcast by saying, and the roses in this grand old stadium are once again crimson. That was, I thought, a pretty good line. The win over Georgia, when Tua threw to Devontae Smith, Tua Tagovailoa hit the Devontae, and Bama won another national championship. That is something I'll never forget. And, every time that cut is played, and it'll be played forever in this part of the country, they'll hear my voice as we think back on some of the great moments in Alabama football history. And the same thing in the AF1 and the old AFL. I've seen, arena bowls and all this stuff. I've been blessed, man. I really have been blessed. And that's why another reason I keep going is because I just love what I do.
Well, I appreciate your time as always, sir. The great Eli Gold. Can't wait to hear you this weekend on the big call. And remember, you got to go to the AF1.com. You got to follow Eli, everybody else, because at the AF1, the ball never dies.
Thanks, Jeff and Eli. It's halftime. Albany 24, Beaumont 12. We'll be back to talk about the first half. It's AF1 football on HTN.
This is Arena Football 1.
Unbelievable!
The ball never dies.
This is Arena Football 1.
8 men.
Hey, you're going to remember that one.
Nowhere to run.
Only an AF1.
Hockey speed.
Another one.
Football violence.
Unbelievable!
Small field.
Welcome to the wall.
Big collisions.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Every dream starts with a chance. A chance to build something bigger than yourself, bigger than the game. For this team, this city, and every kid watching in this game, this is where it begins. And with these lights in front of this community, dreams are becoming reality. This is Oceanside Bombers football.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Back in Albany, halftime at MVP Arena. Good crowd on hand on a Friday night. AF1 action. And the next home game for the Firebirds, well, if you like Friday nights, next Friday night, June the 12th, 7 o'clock, as another new team comes to the MVP Arena. The Michigan Arsenal come to town, and that should be another one. concludes Albany's 3-game homestand against Oceanside, Beaumont, and Michigan. And for all that and more, make sure you check out theaf1.com for all things AF1 football. Stats, rosters, schedules, and more. We're going to take one more break and be back with the second half action here from Albany. The Firebirds lead at 24-12 over the Beaumont Renegades. Friday night football, AF1 action in the Capital District.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
It is a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long.
Every dream starts with a chance. A chance to build something bigger than yourself, bigger than the game. For this team, this city, and every kid watching in this game, this is where it begins. Under these lights, in front of this community, dreams are becoming reality. This is Oceanside Bombers football.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Hey Duluth, get ready for some monstrous hits and major family fun as your Minnesota Monsters host the Michigan Arsenal for Faith and Family Night on Monday, June 22nd. Expect an extraordinary evening of high-flying arena football, family-friendly entertainment, and special giveaways. Don't wait until game day. Score your tickets right now at mnmonsters.com. Proudly sponsored by Chick-fil-A and WDIO.
Back here in Albany, the Firebirds, undefeated, lead the Renegades 24-12. Beaumont 2-4, first trip to Albany. Andrew Santillo, Tom Gozlowski with you in the arena. Tom, your thoughts of the first half as we take a look at those stats?
It was all.
I just called you Tom.
It felt weird, right? We've known each other. We use our government names now, sir, right? Now, Andy, look at this score sheet right over here, right? Look at the stats and numbers. There's all about time possession in the first half, right? Beaumont dominates TOP. Beaumont has the ball, but you look at the numbers, and all of a sudden, total yards advantage of the Renegades. But it's been really that turnover. We saw a controversial call in the second quarter where all of a sudden it looks like it's an interception. It's confirmed. Replays from our angle at least look like it hit the turf. Albany goes down and scores. Albany extends their lead. Fourth down stops, some penalties. The Renegades, they had a very similar game plan in Oceanside last week. Oceanside trailed at a halftime. Beaumont does as well. 12-point lead for Albany when they've barely been on the field. At least the offensive side of it.
Getting set for the third quarter. If you joined us at halftime, Beaumont had a lead of 6-1. Albany led 1-0. Firebirds came right back with a touchdown and then a deuce to take a 10-6 lead. Beaumont scored the first touchdown of the second quarter to take a 12-10 lead, and then back-to-back touchdowns for Townsend, his second of the first half, and then Ajay Hall, with a minute 18 to go before halftime, made it 24-12 as we're getting you set here for second half action. Third quarter about to get set as Albany will get the football. They won the coin toss, deferred to the second half, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. A great sports weekend here in upstate New York in the Capital District. We talked about this game here obviously tonight. Tomorrow, we switch over to the thoroughbreds, the horse racing, the other Renegade, if you will, who's the morning line favorite up in Saratoga Springs, about 30 minutes north of here, for the third leg of the Triple Crown. The Belmont, I almost said the Breeders' Cup. The Belmont taking place up in Saratoga Saturday night in the Spa City.
One final time, the coincidence of the favorite versus now tonight here, 30 minutes away, a team trying to end an undefeated streak. Albany's now approaching the 2-year mark of the last time they lost a game here inside MVP Arena. Double-digit lead. Curious to see what Coach Ware and company have drawn up here for the third quarter, with so much of that pacing we talked about just a few minutes ago. Is Coach Ware just going to let it rip? Go deep, go route, see if you can beat your guy one-on-one. Curious to see what he and his staff have drawn up for third quarter in second half action.
Ball off the net. Townsend brings it out to the 5 and takes a big hit as he gets tackled there, and Albany will start with the football. You mentioned it. It's been some time since Albany's lost a football game. They have not lost an AF1 football game. The last game all the way back in July of 2024, I believe, the Arena Bowl. That game back on July 19th, 2024, the last time Albany Arena football suffered a defeat in Arena Bowl 33 against Billings down in the Brawl at the Mall in East Rutherford. First play is a running play for Josh Zacher as they try to pick up a few yards to get out of the shadow of the own goal line there.
One day we're going to ask Coach Ware and coaches in AF1, when you see the big guy going sideways, and we mention it so often in broadcast, is it setting something up for field position? Is it drawing defenders a certain way? Is it just don't have enough space to let them get up the field and beat somebody with their speed? You wonder if there's more strategy to that play than even some coaches let on.
Second down, Castronova. Scott was the motion man. He's looking all the way down the field. Now he's just going to drop it off into the first row. It'll bring up third down.
It's an excited Firebird fan there. Wait a second.
Big drive here to open the second half. We've talked about the Firebirds. This is where they've opened up games. The start of the second half, they're plus 80 scoring differential in the third quarter, 118 points to 38. Big third down here for Castronova. Throws it down the field a little too far for Isaiah Scott here, and now it's fourth down for the Albany offense. Coming out of halftime here. A little bit more than 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter.
The opposite of what we would have expected here, right? You've got a lot of offense that hasn't shown anything in the first half, not because of the lack of production, but because of just the lack of plays and 2 miscommunications on routes, a side toss, sweep, handoff, and now a deep fourth down play.
Albany keeps its offense out on the field. I don't think there was any question about that. They put Townsend in motion. Castronova drops it. It's caught by Dwayne Brown, who goes into the boards. He's got enough for the first down. DB3, we haven't seen a lot of him here this evening. I think that's just his second catch of the game, but it's a big one.
2 guys were open on this play, right? You watch 3 in the bottom corner of your screen. Watch 21 come over the top 2. So Townsend's wide open. Brown's less open, but still open enough. And it's a nice option when you're a quarterback, right? When 2 of your receivers are open, it can get you the first down.
I honestly am not sure how defenses are going to stop when you've got a combination of Brown, Scott, Townsend, and now the emergence of Ajay Hall. I'm not sure where you go to stop this attack. Pass, short pass, caught by Brown. He's spinning away. Nice job by Kirkwood to come up and make the tackle right at about the line of scrimmage.
No real rush here by the Firebird offense. A little different than I thought minutes ago. Maybe this is Coach Ware's strategy. You know, burn this clock down to about 7.5, 6, You get an 18-point lead, maybe close to 20, depending on what to do with the math, and say, okay, come get it. Come beat this defense down by 20 on the road. Your offense hasn't done enough. Coach Ware's trying to speed this up, and again, a big factor in this. Game 2 of 3 games in 13 days for Albany.
Castronova pass caught by Brown. He's got a lot of room in front of him. He's got a first down onto the Beaumont side of the field and then just kind of coasts into the boards and goes out of bounds at the Beaumont 12.
We're talking, first down. Sorry, remember we're talking about different pace here. Usually if you see somebody give themselves up on a route or go to the boards, there's guaranteed contact on the way. I mean, not yet. I mean, that's probably another 4 or 5 yards it gave up before contact's on the way. Usually when that hit's coming up, you might give yourself up, but oh, and you know what? We might have an answer to that. He might have came up a little bit lame there as he went right behind the boards after the play.
Ajay Hall comes out onto the field. They're going to look towards Townsend, though, and he makes the catch, ricocheting off the boards for a touchdown. It is the 3rd receiving touchdown of this game for Darian Townsend. 4th passing touchdown for Sam Castronova, and Albany lengthens the lead.
Castronova making it look easy, just taking a little bit off it and dropping it in. Townsend with the dance. Sometimes you don't have to speed it up and put pressure on yourselves and you make it look like this. One more fantastic look at it. Castronova starts off looking left. He knows Townsend's going to get to that spot. He gets there for another touchdown.
Townsend's 2nd game against Beaumont where he's had 3 touchdowns. We still got a lot of game in front of us. Evan Bird out for the extra point. The kick is off to the left, and with 9:35 to go in the 3rd quarter, it's Albany 30, Beaumont 12. Castronova 23 passing touchdowns so far this season. Albany with a big lead. We're taking a timeout.
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
Clarksville, don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here, the ball never dies.
So my very fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
Hey Duluth, get ready for some monstrous hits and major family fun as your Minnesota Monsters host the Michigan Arsenal for Faith and Family Night on Monday, June 22nd. Expect an extraordinary evening of high-flying arena football, family-friendly entertainment, and special giveaways.
Don't wait until game day. Score your tickets right now
at mnmonsters.com. Proudly sponsored by Chick-fil-A and WDIO.
Back here, there's Spike. Friday night, some of his youngest fans there, mixing it up. Evan Bird boots it away. He's been shooting for that right side, and he misses the nets. And so that'll bring the ball out. As we take a look at another Darian Townsend touchdown, Gaz number 16 on the year to lead the Firebirds. And as we said, 2 games against Beaumont. He's got 3 touchdowns in both of them.
He's had a few seasons now under Coach Ware's offense. He's gotten better and better each season. People wondered, what was this Firebird receiving core going to look like? Dwayne Brown with the breakout year last year. Markel Wade no longer a part of the team, and with another opportunity. And Townsend continues to get better and better. I think at times you even wonder if people are surprised about how good he's been talking about. You know, when Castro joining this team late, we talked about Singleton in the pregame. Townsend's another one. At least Offensive Player of the Year he's got to be in the mix for it. McBride goes down, just basically tripped and fell, and it's about as easy as a sack as you can get for your defender for Albany.
Kadir Shepard, yep, you hit the nail on the head there. McBride tripped up, got back up, and maybe should have stayed down as he had the 6'4", 260-pound Shepard rushing right at him. Yep, McBride tripped up by his offensive lineman, gets back up, and it's Joseph and Shepard who meet at the quarterback.
Half sack, but give those two in the books.
Beaumont's got to get its offense back on track. Haven't scored since early in the second quarter. That pass, they're looking for Slasher, and it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and long for this Renegades offense.
2025 storyline you and I followed last year was the difference in those second halves. Albany would take over. Albany would find a different level. And all the times where you thought the comeback might be there, Coach Ware, Coach Cisse, the whole staff would find a way to take over. We saw last week in Oceanside. We're seeing it already early on, about halfway through the third, about this defense finding another gear.
McBride, quick pass, caught Davis, first down, over midfield, dragging Robertson all the way to the Albany 19-yard line. Big pickup on 3rd and long to get that first down.
Robertson was trying to go for a knockout blow there. What I mean by that is he's trying to go for the football. He got dragged a few more yards because he tried to do a punch of the football and caused it to swing back to Albany. You can see Robertson's right arm there come right around, just doesn't get the football and doesn't get it. He loses a few yards because of it.
They're going to run the football here with Wilkerson coming to the far side, and he gets about 5 yards before he's stopped by Robertson, who makes the tackle.
I don't know if Coach Ware saw that play, but that's a play I'd like to see more AF1 teams use. Can you imagine Hall for Albany getting a play like that, a toss the ball on the outside? That's even more of teams
get it to your playmakers in space, right? Here's Wilkerson. 3 runs for 44 yards and 2 touchdowns coming into the game, so they do want to get the ball to him. He picked up about 4 to the Albany 15. McBride, pass, caught. It is Slasher again, who's been the big body, and he gets inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Renegades. Guys trying to score their first touchdown since the early stages of the second quarter, try to get back into this ball game.
And they got to get moving here. The thought was burn as much as you can. This is where it bites you in the second half if you're trying to pull off that type of strategy. 18-point deficit with how good that offense just looked for Albany. This is almost a no matter what, leave this drive with points. Either you're going to the end zone, you're trying to do something. You need to leave this drive with points if you want to pull off the upset.
Have to have it,
yes.
Right? One of those frozen yogurt sizes, have to have it. They're looking into the end zone and it drops incomplete. I like it, gotta. I think I missed that up.
I think you did it fine. But I was thinking, like, what's the bigger one? What's the one
like
my wife says not to get for myself? That's right.
Right. Have to have it. Have to have it. 6 here for Beaumont. That pass fell incomplete. McBride huddles his Renegades offense back up. As we go under 5.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Albany with its largest lead of the game. They've scored 3 straight touchdowns since Beaumont had a 12-10 lead. Throw it into the end zone off the hands of Davis. It falls incomplete. So that is the big-time target, Davis, who's had back-to-back 4 touchdown games. He's been held off the score sheet. When these two teams played earlier this season, he did have 7 catches, but only for 20 yards. So Albany has put the clamps on Zuri Davis. 3rd and goal for the Renegades. Ball's inside the 10 at the 9. McBride drops back, has a little bit of time, throws it to that near side, and he was looking for Wilkerson, I believe, and they wanted a flag there, both McBride and Wilkerson. They don't get it, it's 4th and goal.
You go back to that play in the first half with Morrison on 4th down. He can make a play, it doesn't happen. Davis just a play before that. Ball hits his hands in the end zone, they can't make a play. You're seeing why so many teams have struggled in this near 2-year run to beat Albany, because when the play's in front of them and they don't make the play, Albany rarely, if ever, gives them another opportunity to put points on the board.
Davis is going to be the motion man on the far side. McBride drops back, going to fling it into the end zone. It's off the hands of Schleicher, incomplete, and it's another turnover on downs for this Albany defense. We're going to take a timeout. Albany's defense has this place fired up for the Firebirds. Albany with a 30-12 lead. They're getting the football back when we come back.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel it! It's that AF1! You feel it! What? Run for the city! Run! Rep your colors! Side by side! When the lights come on, we go high! AF1! The ball never dies!
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Hey Duluth, get ready for some monstrous hits and major family fun as your Minnesota Monsters host the Michigan Arsenal for Faith and Family Night on Monday, June 22nd. Expect an extraordinary evening of high-flying arena football, family-friendly entertainment, and special giveaways. Don't wait until game day. Score your tickets right now at mnmonsters.com. Proudly sponsored by Chick-fil-A and WDIO.
Back here at MVP Arena in Albany, New York, 30-12, Albany leads as we get a look at some of the fans in attendance here on a Friday night in the capital city.
Kids are having a lot of fun, a little flag football action in between the first and second half, both boys and girls flag football. Sports here, competing for sectionals and state championships. Really cool to see those sports. Those kids compete, especially on the women's side, having that opportunity to compete in flag football.
Yeah, school going on here. Many parts of the country, that is not the case, but school's still going on in this neck of the woods. It goes for a few more weeks. Pass caught by Hall, and he gets up to the 15, 14-yard line as Castronova connects with Hall. You and I both look to our left here in the Albany bench area to see which receivers aren't out there, as Hall is out there. Brown, after his last catch, came off the field. He didn't look like he was grimacing or anything. They're going to throw it to Scott. He's got it at the Beaumont 19. He's got a first down and a lot more. As Albany moves the sticks, the Albany offense starts to flex its muscles.
So good, so efficient, making it look easy. Like, Albany's been tested this season. Michigan's going to be here next week. The Arsenal, if different scenarios are played out at the end of that game, they had a chance. Washington had a chance. Oceanside has a lead at deep into the second quarter. Beaumont's going to struggle now to get back in this game, but the Firebirds are really finding a click here. Barely had the ball in the first half on offense.
Castronova pass caught by Isaiah Scott again. Scott, who had 3 touchdowns in that game last Saturday against Oceanside. It'll be first and goal for the Firebirds.
Now, we mentioned on the local radio side today, previewing this game, whether or not there would be a designed package for Colca at some point in the game. We kind of pinpointed the third quarter. Obviously, the game and the variables change. You wonder now with a potentially a 20-plus point lead, will we see more Colca? But Castronova's probably under 25 total plays so far. We'll see if the quarterback from earlier in the season might get into the game earlier than usual.
4 passing touchdowns for Castronova. This one's batted up in the air and intercepted. And trying to run out of the end zone, maybe should just go down, is Nasias Gandy. And Castronova might be his first interception of this season. He was talking to our head referee, maybe saying there was some contact there in the end zone. Ball got batted up in the air.
Media,
and Gandy
timeout, media.
brings it down for his second interception of this season. And can it spark this Beaumont Renegades team? We'll find out after this timeout. 30-12, Albany leading it.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long. The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
Fondest memory at an Abby's came in high school after we won a state championship in basketball, a moment we'll never forget. The very first thing we did, celebrated across the street at Abby's. And for us to just enjoy and savor the season and what we accomplished there, and that pizza became synonymous with this championship memory. It's great to have some of those just foundational, traditional spots that we can all go to and enjoy a great time.
Back here in Albany, first interception of the season for Sam Castronova. And guys, I don't want to say you put the jinx on him here, but ball was batted up into the air and Gandy takes the interception away.
He does. He's talking to the officials after that. Not sure if he thought there was contact. There's
right there
immediately to the official right at the bottom of the screen. There might have been something. It bums you out, obviously, at any time you throw an interception to the quarterback. But when you think there's a penalty and it's tipped, feels like it's not on you, but that consecutive pass with that interception streak has come to an end.
So maybe a spark for Beaumont. Forget about it. Helmet goes flying and into the end zone. Down goes McBride. Boy, oh boy. Albany has seen some big hits in its day, whether it be
Rolling on the
boxing
field
bouts or whatnot.
Quarterback was out of the end zone. Second down.
Wow, they're going to say McBride's forward progress was out of the end zone. He took a walloping shot here.
What's the forward progress? You know, usually if there's a forward progress, there's a something extra, and I don't want to be sarcastic, something's going forward. I don't know if Coach Ware will challenge that at the half-inch line.
Joseph was one of the big guys. Another big hit as Marcus Smith. A big hit there delivered on the Beaumont receiver. That's Morrison. And there was no flag there, guys, but that looked like, it looked like Marcus Smith got up there with the helmet. And Morrison is down on the field. We're going to get another look at it. This was a big hit.
Clean hit as well, no penalty. Just a tough play there for Morrison. Can't really do anything about it either. He knows the defender's going to come. It's a quick pass. Smith sniffs it out initially.
Yeah, no penalty, guys. But I think that was helmet. I don't think there was a dirty hit there by Marcus Smith, but I think the helmet hit the helmet of Dontrell Morrison, as you pointed out there. Head coach Corey Mayfield making his way out there as we get another look at it. Yeah.
It goes back to the play previous, too, that, you know, Morrison's not even put in that position if it's called the safety on the field as well. The forward progress call, safety is a tough call to get. Again, it's not going to get challenged because of the score and the spot and everything else, but I just didn't see that from McBride.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Enough.
So the end of the third quarter comes. Guys, just one touchdown in that third quarter. Albany gets the score, and they have the largest lead they have in this game. As we will step away, we'll be back for the fourth quarter. Can Albany hang on to this undefeated record? We'll find out.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel it? It's that AF1! You feel it? What? Run for the city! Run! Rep your colors! Side by side! When the lights come on, we go high! AF1! The ball never dies!
It starts in a quiet, empty building, and the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boutique ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. All crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
Back here in MVP Arena, we get set to start the fourth quarter. Andrew Santillo, Tom Gozlowski here with you in Albany, New York. And this has been an exciting game here between Albany and Beaumont. 30-12 is the score, guys, as we get this fourth quarter set to roll.
A little less scoring there in the third quarter. Both teams kind of draining a little bit, trying to turn it on a little bit for the fourth quarter, see if they take advantage, but it's been more and more about the Firebirds with that big lead now entering the fourth.
Albany defense has only allowed 2 touchdowns. McBride going to let this one fly. It's far too far for his intended receiver, Jalen
Offside,
Schlayler.
97, defense, 5-yard penalty,
offense.
replay, third down.
Well, we got the mic, for the ref's mic patched in through there. We can hear that offsides.
I know the answer is never. You don't want to have a penalty, obviously, if you're on defense or any time during a football game like this, but you wonder if that's when you kind of, it's a half-inch line. You're seeing if the refs can find you. You got cheated out of a safety. I didn't say that, but Shepard might have believed that in his teammates. Let's see if we get a little bit of an advantage there. Not the worst penalty in the world there by the D-line.
McBride back, throws, and over the arms of Schlayler. Schleicher, sorry.
Holding, 55.
Now
Offense.
A penalty on Beaumont.
Half the distance from the original line
scrimmage. It's going to be C.J.
Third
Morrell
down.
with a hold. So it's going to back Beaumont up.
D-line's got to be real excited about this, right? Getting pushed back again. We saw even Beaumont did this at the end of the first half where they got to show off their pass rush move. The offense is struggling now a little bit. Let's see if Shepard and company up front bust out their best pass rushing moves.
Albany defense that has 21 sacks on the year, 11 interceptions. Pass is broken up as they were looking for Schleicher, and Marcus Smith on the breakup.
This is the difference with a great defensive line, right? Pressure. McBride's only got so much time before he knows he's going to take a hit. Well, the other teams in the AF1 have to be real cautious. Albany's had about 4 plays, maybe even 5 plays tonight where their defensive backs, Singleton, Smith, Robertson, were an inch or a hand away from picking that ball off and taking it the other way for a pick 6.
This is 4th down. Obviously, Beaumont's got to keep its offense out on the field, trailing by 3 scores. But it's 4th and long here, 4th and about 12 for McBride and the Renegades offense. McBride drops back into his own end zone, lets it loose. Pass caught. It's Wilkerson. He's got the first down, and he's up near midfield as Vincent Wilkerson II pulls that in, and it's a first down for Beaumont.
That's the best ball McBride has thrown in a long time. He finally had a little bit of time to get set. Find your receiver sitting in between that spot. It's been a while for Beaumont. That's the execution that they needed in the second and the third quarter, but they'll advance this drive now right up to midfield.
McBride takes the snap, drops back. Pass over the middle, broken up as it's Marcus Smith again. They were looking for Davis. And again, Marcus Smith in that safety position, that ball hawking safety, comes up and breaks up the pass.
Good pre-snap there. McBride's looking across. Look at Singleton, by the way. We see him flying around. 5 never makes it easy for anybody.
McBride drops back, running out of time, delivers. Pass bounces around, it's intercepted. It's picked off by Lorenzo Jones. Jones, who was shaken up earlier, good to see him back out there. He returns that pick all the way close to midfield as that ball was batted around and picked off by Lorenzo Jones, his 2nd interception of this game, of this season, and the 2nd interception thrown in this game by Andrew McBride.
Good to see Lorenzo Jones making a big play later on, as you mentioned, Andrew battling back from that injury he suffered early on. There's Marcus Smith, his teammate, giving him a hands up as well. Ball tipped. And this is the fun part when you're playing football and you're defensive back. Let's see how far I can go with this thing. Let's set up some blockers. We'll go right, try to juke out a lineman. All right, did that. See if we can go left. All right, there's no spot. How about right? How about we'll just call it a day. We'll just hang out on the 25 and get some water. McBride heading into the tunnel, getting his own version of water. Beaumont offense just hasn't been able to find it.
Firebirds right back at it. Castranova's pass is high over Darian Townsend. So Castronova had Townsend open, but Townsend's 5'10". He's not 6'5", which is what he would have needed to be to haul that one in. So Castronova trying to bounce back from the interception he had, which is the first interception of the season for Sam. Talk about between him and Josh Kolka, guys, in 8 games, the two Albany quarterbacks have 51 total touchdowns. 27 for Castronova, combined passing and throwing, and 24 for Kolka. Drops it off short for Scott. He's got the first down and more all the way down. It might be 1st and goal for the Firebirds. Kolka, who played the first 4 games, Joshua Kolka, led Albany to that 4-0 start when Sam got signed by the UFL's Houston Gamblers. He was still in the top 5, I think, in passing touchdowns, even though he hadn't played in 3 weeks. And now Castronova has 23 touchdowns right behind Kolka's 24 passing touchdowns. Sam also has 4 rushing touchdowns. Castronova has time in the pocket, delivers to the end zone, and it's in and out of the hands. Good defense in the end zone there.
Dwayne Brown a little frustrated in the back. You see DB3 on your screen. He thought he might have had an opportunity in the back of the end zone as well with some space. Curious, as I like to say with Coach Werden, you have that lead in the 4th quarter and see what he can do. We'll see both those guys. Castronova just fired that in there. It looks like, looked like they ran the same route in the same spot potentially. I wonder if this ball gets within the 5-yard line. This could be Zacher. Can we see Big 69 score his first touchdown on this season?
Javante Howard was in on defense the last time. This time they're going to throw it up into the end zone for the touchdown. DB3. And it's 2 + 3 = 6 for the Firebirds, but hold the phone. There's a flag down.
Pass interference.
On the Transfinder
Defense
field turf.
number 23. The penalty is declined. Result of the play, touchdown.
Well, hey. There you go. Castronova is number 2 + 3, Dwayne Brown, for 6 points for the Firebirds.
Even Castronova might have thought that would have been the helmet went on, the helmet went off. He wasn't sure. Get another nice look at it here. He went right over the top. See, that's what can happen when you're a wide receiver, by the way. The play before, you're a little frustrated. You get back in the huddle. Say, hey, man, look my way this time. He does it and pays off the right way for Albany.
Bird out for the extra point. Townsend holds it. Bird kicks it. It's up, and it is good with 8:37 to go in this game. Albany continues to lengthen its lead. It's 37-12. DB3, his first receiving touchdown in this game. AF1 football on HTN.
You feel that? You feel that? This that AF1. You feel that? What? Run for the city. Run. Rep your colors. Side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1. The ball never dies.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed of the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Every dream starts with a chance. A chance to build something bigger than yourself, bigger than the game. For this team, this city, and every kid watching in this game, this is where it begins. Under these lights, in front of this community, dreams are becoming reality. This is Oceanside Bombers football.
Ready to go here as Evan Bird will kick things away. Albany has scored 4 straight touchdowns. To open up a 25-point lead. Bird boots it away. This one's going to be off the netting, drops down, takes a strange hop. Morrison trying to track it down. And I think he finally got there, but this is going to be a
It's 1 point for Albany. 1 point.
Boy, oh boy, that was lucky. It was only one as that ball looked like, if we were playing baseball, we'd say that ball had eyes there, bouncing around. Morrison trying to track it down.
That corner, by the way, gets a little bit bigger when that ball's bouncing around. It's been a tough day for McBride in the pocket, hasn't it? The defensive line, the entire defense, especially got deeper and deeper into the game, just struggling to find his footing. When you're a quarterback, you want to find that rhythm with your wide receivers. This entire defense for the Firebirds has made his day difficult. It's everybody. And even small things like tripping and then what could have been a safety, just a powerful performance. You know, a guy like Coach Cisse, who had his playing days up front, is proud of the unit today with their effort.
Pass is incomplete, and that's been the story of this game. The Albany defense, guys, Beaumont scored to take a 12-10 lead with 9:46 to go in the second quarter, and we were talking about it was about an 8-minute drive to take the lead. They haven't scored since.
So many teams have fallen into that trap, whether it's set up by Coach Cisse or not, or Coach Ware, that you think you can hang with the Firebirds. And curious how many Michigan Arsenal fans are watching this after the performance now the last 2 weeks by Albany at home, and how much that might influence a game that, by the way, a fantastic game when those teams go back and forth out there in Saginaw. And Arsenal had their chance there. That fourth quarter decision making of when to go for two, when to go for a deuce, played in favor of Albany, who walked off that turf.
Legal formation, defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
You know, it's an odd thing to say, Andrew, when a team's winning by 26. You just pointed out how long Beaumont hasn't scored. I guess if you evaluate it, maybe take the defensive line out of it. It's the most penalties, the most turnovers, the most big plays of going against the Firebirds. I don't know if it's their worst game of the year, but I think at least the sloppiest, the least of, wait a second, Coach Ware is going to have a way to motivate these guys, let's just say when that Friday kickoff rolls around 1 week from tonight.
That's the goal of the head coach, right? Try to, even when you win, try to figure out things that you can get better at, and that's what Coach Ware does. Is that pass falls incomplete after the penalty. Made it 2nd and 5, now it's 3rd and 5. They were looking for Wilkerson. You mentioned that Michigan team who will be here next Friday. They are in action tomorrow evening as they host Nashville on Vice. You can catch that game on Vice, 5 o'clock. The only Saturday game of Week 9. And then 2 Sunday games here to wrap up Week 9. As you see on your screen there, Nashville at Michigan should be a good one tomorrow at 5 o'clock on Vice. Kentucky and Oregon, Minnesota at Oceanside on Sunday evening. That pass, McBride's arm was hit as he threw, and he is slow to get up. So we showed that McBride's taken a few hits and shots, and the Albany defense has kind of wore down that Beaumont offensive line as they've slowly gotten to McBride.
We haven't mentioned it much in the broadcast. It almost seemed like it was inevitable when it were to happen. Albany's going to go to the postseason. Mathematically, by the time this weekend ends, it's going to be in their favor that they're going to the postseason. But you mentioned that Michigan-Nashville game. How much different does this league look all of a sudden if Michigan beats Nashville? Who's team 2? Who's team 3? Who's going to the postseason? Could be a huge swing if the Arsenal could pull off that upset.
McBride hit as he throws. He completes it to Wilkerson, who's out near midfield. He's got the first down on 4th down, so it keeps this drive alive for the Renegades, who are trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time since we said early in the second quarter as they moved the ball to the Albany side of the field. Wilkerson alertly got back up after he fell down, wasn't touched, and gets a few more yards.
I'm looking to the left side here of us to the Firebird bench. Right around this time was Castronova had a ball cap on, looking for Kalk and Castronova. I don't see either one of them right now.
McBride, a hard count there. There is a flag down. Pass caught. And down to the 10-yard line. It is
offsides, defense.
Slater.
That penalty's declined. Result of the play, first down.
So offsides on the defense, penalty declined. It'll be 1st and goal for the Renegades. I would imagine if we get another look at that hard count from McBride, well done, and completes the pass. Slater's been good in this game. If you don't see Kolka and Castronova, my only thought would be they're throwing the ball to each other underneath the tunnel.
I think you might be right.
Ball was snapped. I'm not sure what happened there. The center just kind of stood up. That was very strange.
Looks like a fumble on the play.
That should be Albany's ball, and it is.
Thomas.
Rolling on the field, fumble, recovered by Albany, first down.
Colby Thomas strangely just stood up and turned around. I don't know. I can't say if I've ever seen that.
Watch this right hand here, McBride. It looks like when he was deflecting, Thomas felt like he got tapped on his butt there. That he thought that was the. That's all
media
I can read on that.
timeout. Media.
We're going to take a timeout. Albany gets the football back with a commanding 38-12 lead. You're watching AF1 football on HTN.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, now you feel me. All crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Under 4 minutes to go in this AF1 football game from Albany, New York, and Beaumont quarterback Andrew McBride has had a tough night. Started off 2 touchdowns on 2 drives. Since then, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And on the other side, we've got a new quarterback, guys, as Joshua Kulka is into the game. He started the first 4 weeks for Albany when Sam Castronova was signed by the UFL's Houston Gamblers. And Kulka's first pass is complete to A.J. Hall.
It's a different vibe when Kulka comes into the game, right? Most of the times you have that backup quarterback come in, it's going to be hand the ball off, run the clock out, and not with Kulka, not with the numbers he's put up this season. Kulka has this as, look what I can still do in the AF1. I'm a good enough quarterback to start in other teams in the league, and Coach Warrior lets him air it out here when he gets on the turf.
6'3", 220. He's going to fire Hall's way again, and he's got it, and it's going to be 1st and goal. So back-to-back passes to Ajay Hall. 6'3", 220 is Kulka, Arena League rookie. His older brother Tyler has played in Nashville, and in fact played here against Albany in last year's Arena Crown game. But Kulka, you mentioned it, 59 pass completion percentage, and almost 900 yards, 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Kulka on the year. Pretty good numbers for a guy who has not played full-time in about a month.
Now the ball's within the 5. Is this going to be Zachar territory?
Kulka,
Not
pass,
yet.
caught, touchdown to Isaiah Scott. Kulka on the scoreboard. Scott's first touchdown reception of the game as Albany continues to score at will. Castronova or Kulka, no matter. It's a Firebirds touchdown. Albany now has scored 6 straight touchdowns to blow this game open.
There was talk on local sports talk radio weeks ago of what do you do with Kulka? Do you consider trading him?
Who
do you
was
keep
that
him?
talking?
Well, I might have been on that show at one point. You watch plays like that, like, oh, that's the reason why. You don't want anybody else in the league to get better or have that person on their roster. Easy drive by Kulka and an easy score. Not an easy snap, but a great hold and recover and put one through for Bird.
Nice job by Darian Townsend to get that hold down for Evan Bird. The kick is up and good. And with a minute 53 to go, Albany with a 45-12 lead. Tyler Kulka celebrates this touchdown.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies. This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged. 0 to 60. Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
BeaconOrtho.com.
Back here in Albany, Firebirds leading 45-12, and the fans, despite the big lead, are still calling on the deuce from Evan Bird. Has won in this game. has a couple of ones where the kickoff bounced around. This one's going to go wide left, and it should come all the way back out to the 20 for the Beaumont Renegades. Minute 45 to go in this game. Albany on its way to 8-0. You mentioned the pregame win today, clinch a playoff spot. I said that to Coach Ware earlier. I said, is that the first, you got to be in the postseason to, win it all. He didn't seem satisfied with clinching a playoff spot today. He said, our goal is to go undefeated and win another title. So
we've done a lot of baseball just because of the sea. We talked horse racing. You see some teams who will celebrate and pop champagne in the locker room after clinching a play. I don't think any champagne parties are planned here in the Capital Region after clinching this berth tonight. Coach Ware has a different standard, a different expectation. They'll celebrate if they bring home another championship, but they'll be more focused on the matchup 1 week from tonight against Arsenal.
New quarterback in for Beaumont. And I believe it's Carl Robinson.
So 1 minute timing rules are in effect. 1 minute.
1 minute timeout here. So Carl Robinson in at quarterback. The strange thing is his jersey says Peters, but we'll talk about that more when we come back. 1 minute to go in this game. Albany 45, Beaumont 12.
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies. This is Arena Football 1.
Unbelievable!
The ball never dies.
This is Arena Football 1.
8 men.
Hey, you're going to remember that one.
Nowhere to run.
Only in AF1.
Hockey speed.
Another one.
Football violence.
Unbelievable!
Small field.
Welcome to the wall.
Big collisions.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Some monstrous hits and major family fun as your Minnesota Monsters host the Michigan Arsenal for Faith and Family Night on Monday, June 22nd. Expect an extraordinary evening of high-flying arena football, family-friendly entertainment, and special giveaways. Don't wait until game day. Score your tickets right now at mnmonsters.com. Proudly sponsored by Chick-fil-A and WDIO.
Back here. So quarterback in for Beaumont, and even though that got the Peters jersey on there, I believe it's Carl Robinson, who's played in 3 games, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, athletic quarterback. Coach Cam Peters. Cam Peters. Pass caught by Slater.
See, and a ball's
loose. Out. Who's on top of it?
The wildness that is when you go deep into the depth chart and guys start changing positions and numbers. And now we laugh because you and I in the AF1 have seen situations with jerseys before.
First charge timeout. Yeah, a 30-second timeout.
Well, so we're hearing now it is maybe Cam Peters, although Peters is listed as inactive. So we're going to try to get ourselves through this one here. 38 seconds to go. So the only other quarterback with stats is Carl Robinson, but Cam Peters on the roster, listed here as inactive, but we got Peters out there right now, so we'll roll. Our PA guy, Scotty Noel, he asked over. They said it was Cam Peters, so. All right, my apologies to Carl Robinson, Cam Peters.
Hey, you did your research. You had your sheet. You
Right,
were ready to go.
right.
You had your numbers. And then a different number, different name, and different position popped up. Right?
The one thing I will say is Coach Mayfield said that whoever it is, Peters or Robinson, he can spin it, and we see it right there as it's caught by Davis. It'll be 1st and goal for the Renegades. Beaumont trying to crack onto the scoreboard here they have not had a touchdown since they had a 12-10 lead early in the second quarter. So they got 3 receivers set up to the far side of your screen there as we see the last catch by Davis. Clock running down here, 5 seconds. Peters gonna throw it into the end zone. And there was 1 second.
That's the end of the game.
Now there's no time left. And that is the final score. Final score here in Albany. Firebirds remain undefeated, 8-0. They hold Beaumont scoreless in the second half. Guys, any final thoughts here?
Albany showed why it's been nearly 2 years since they've lost a game at home. Beaumont thought they had an opportunity. Beaumont was coming out with a game plan of keep Albany off the field. Eventually, they're going to get on the field, and they're going to take over, and that's what they did. Huge credit to the defense today. So strong, pressuring McBride, and now Albany looks towards next week in a rematch with the Michigan Arsenal.
Albany 8-0, they clinch a playoff spot, as we have been saying. But the goals are much loftier for this Firebirds team, which is looking to repeat as AF1 champions. You see it on your screen. Next home game for the Firebirds is a week from today against the Michigan Arsenal. Guys, you'll be on the call with some guy you know. I've got a conflict.
Yes, you do, but I appreciate everything you've done in the regular season. We got Vice coming up later on, but next week back here on AF1, YouTube, HDN. Jeff Levac is scheduled to join me.
That'll
from
be must-see TV.
Oh my goodness, it'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that matchup for sure.
So Albany improves to 8-0. Beaumont now 2-5. Albany with a 45-12 victory. They outscore Beaumont 21-0 in the second half. For our producer, Dave Roberts, Tom Gozlowski, I'm Andrew Santillo saying thanks for joining us in Albany, New York. Firebirds remain undefeated with a 45-12 win.